Howdy folks, it's been snowing here, which is a bit unusual, so I thought it'd be a good time to try out some pineapple rums. So there are probably other pineapple rums around, but these are the ones that I could get that seem classy, and that's what we're going to try. Now, I know these might be a little bit old news. No one maybe is so excited about plantation pineapple anymore. It's been around for quite a long time, but it is pretty good. And Dr. Bird pineapple has also been out for a while, but it only just recently became available to me here in Oregon. So I just thought it'd be fun to compare these two, even though it might be yesterday's news. So if you're not familiar, Dr. Bird is a high ester Jamaican pot still rum made in St. Catherine, which means Worthy Park, although it doesn't say Worthy Park on the bottle. It's imported to Detroit by a place called Two James Spirits. They further age it in muscatel casks, and then they are steeping grilled pineapple in it. It's 57%, which they're calling Navy strength, and it cost me $42. And our other pineapple rum, in case you've been under a rock, is called Plantation Pineapple. I still got an old bottle, it's still called Plantation. It's now called Planteray because Plantation's not a good name, and then happily they changed it. This is called Stiggins Fancy, which is a Charles Dickens reference. This bottle was developed in part with David Wondrich, and they have some special techniques. They are using Barbados rum because Planteray is owned by Pierre Ferrand, who own a distillery in Barbados. They're steeping Queen Victoria pineapples in the rum, and then they're also taking the rinds, steeping that in rum, redistilling it, and putting that sort of pineapple essence back in the rum as well. So it's pretty pineapple-y, and it's pretty interesting. They probably also add sugar. It's a little unclear, but it's pretty sweet. 40%, $43. Anyway, let's give these a try. And let's start with the Dr. Bird. It is pretty pale in color. I remember when Dr. Bird, the regular Dr. Bird, first came out, and it was very exciting because at the time, like really the only option for like super high ester, very funky rum was Smith and Cross, which is obviously delicious, but the Dr. Bird sort of took it up to another notch in funkiness. I recall that pretty fondly when that came out. This smells a bit hot on the nose. You get a little bit of pineapple flavor, but it's very funky. It's unclear to me whether the pineapple I'm getting is from the pineapple or just from the sort of pineapple-y notes that a high ester rum will give you. It's weird because I know it's Worthy Park, but it reminds me a lot of Hamden because it's got this like sort of acidic aroma to it, which might also be from the pineapple. It's a little bit weird. Anyway, cheers. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. That is hot. It is hot. It is it's got a real burn to it, but the aftertaste is where I'm getting most of the pineapple flavors, which again are like kind of acidic, fruity, but not overwhelmingly fruity, and really blending with the sort of fruit flavors you usually get from a Jamaican rum. So I don't know, it's not overwhelmingly pineapple-y. And as a sipper, it's a little intense. It's a little hard to sip. It's pretty hot. A little easier to take on the second sip. My palate's probably acclimating a little bit. Not super pineapple-y, but like sort of a vague pineapple flavor. Mostly a high proof, high ester Jamaican rum, which, that I have no complaints about that. Let's try the Planteray Pineapple. Stiggins Fancy, let's call it. I mean, much less going on the nose. This is a rum from Barbados, not Jamaica. It isn't a high ester crazy thing, and it's only 40%. So, a little less of the rum flavor, and let's see how it does on pineapple flavor. That's very easy to drink. It's very probably sweetened. Like if you steep pineapple in your rum. You're going to extract some sugar into the rum in the first place, but it might be further sweetened because Pierre Ferrand is notorious for putting sugar in the rum, and I don't know why they wouldn't put sugar in this. But yeah, fruity, pretty nice, a little bit sweet. The rum itself isn't the interesting part. In this, it is the pineapple that you're sort of interested in. It is delicious, although as a sipping rum, the Dr. Bird's more interesting. But the pineapple is fun and easy to drink, and if you're just wanting to have something on a hot day, the plantation pineapple, delicious. Although we might wonder how they would do in a cocktail, because I don't know how likely anyone's to actually sip either of these. So I think what we should do is make some daiquiris. Let's do that. All right, we did it. I guess we'll start with the Dr. Bird again. We started with it before. Let's give it a taste. that Worthy Park funkiness really is punching through on this one. Wow, that is a spectacular daiquiri, actually. A funky rum always makes for great daiquiris. If you're making an old-fashioned or any rum drink, I always feel like you gotta put a little bit of something high ester in there just to give it a little punch, you know. But this really lends itself well to it. It's high proof. It's got a real punch to it, you know, but still refreshing, fruity, you know, a little sweet, obviously. I think that's really good. Not particularly pineapple-y, I guess. Let me give it a second sip. I mean, it's a little pineapple-y. I feel like the pineapple comes through better in the daiquiri than just sipping it. The hotness of the rum is really tempered by the other ingredients in the daiquiri. So let's try the Planteray. This should be completely different. It's only 40 proof, no high ester Jamaican, but still a delicious rum. Let's try it. Much darker in color as well. The plantation's just way darker. It's got more pineapple on the nose, which is kind of nice. Comes off much sweeter. It's almost got like a candy, almost a cloying quality. Maybe better to turn down the sugar if you're gonna make this. And maybe it's just compared to the other one, but the high proof in the daiquiri, you know, that really does favors for you to punch through some of the sweetness, you know, complete with that lime. This is a little, I don't know, a little flabby, I guess. Not as exciting of a daiquiri, but it's got some nice flavor to it. Just, you know, not as wowing as the Dr. Bird version. So for me, pineapple daiquiri goes to Dr. Bird. Anyway, hopefully that was entertaining and or informative. In conclusion, I'd say neither one of these are like intensely so pineapple-y, but they're both flavorful in different ways. Dr. Bird obviously higher proof, a little more intense. The plantation sweeter, a little more mellow, a little easier to drink, with sort of different types of pineapple flavor to them. I could recommend both of them, although hopefully with this video you've got some idea in your head of what they're like and you can make your own decision. All right, let me know in the comments what you think. In the meantime, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.